everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Fucking Easy Food Prep. Healthy food you actually want to eat. You can probably hear the
air fryer.
Going in the background. That's our popcorn chicken that you would have seen last week. We're actually making 2 episodes at once, and you probably heard last week, I was like, fuck, what are we going to make? Because we're making 2 now. We're being very efficient at once, just in case, because we get really busy and, shit comes up. So we're planning in advance. Another thing, I was like, fuck, what can I make that's like really, what do I have in the cupboard? So I had brown sugar and carrots and onions. I was looking through the advanced recipe book, the WOW recipe book, and there's a really good beef cheeks recipe in there. I thought, I'm going to make some beef cheeks because it's easy and they're cheap. Like, I didn't get these from the butcher because, our local butcher, because it was like 6:30 at night and I was like, fuck, I need to find something now. So I just got these from Woolworths and they were like $14 a kilo. So you probably maybe even get them cheaper at the butcher.
Yeah. We like cheap.
We do. We like affordable. So, you don't have to spend loads and loads of money. There's plenty of ways to get your protein in. You can buy the cheaper cuts and stew them, milk, cheese, eggs. We eat a lot of gelatin as well, which is yummy. But this...
Fish, the cheap fish.
Oh, fish from Hoki.
Oh,
yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good. So I had that last night for dinner. So this is a really, really easy, simple recipe. So it's just basically slow cooked beef cheeks. So we're going to turn on the pan and we're just going to heat up some butter. I'm just going to, you can measure it out, but I'm not going to worry about measuring it. I'm just going to melt it on there. Mel will do that, my trusty Mel.
Mel does the cooking.
That's right, my slave.
I really am like a slave.
How much are these? These are about, let's say that this is a kilo. It's close to a kilo. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, it's close to a kilo. About 500 grams each. So say about a kilo of beef cheeks. As you can see, they're like really, if you don't cook them on low heat.
Hello.
Buddy, there's none for you. Then they're going to be tough as hell.
Well, I know that.
Yeah.
Because I cooked one.
She messaged me yesterday. She was like, I'm cooking this slow thing, and 3 hours later, she's like, brisket. And she's, 3 hours. She only leaves it on for 3 hours, and she's like, I think I overcooked it. I'm like, nah, you undercooked it, darling. I'm like, will be so tough. I'm like, you've got to...
But you got to put liquid in it,
Yeah, you've got to put liquid, and you need to cook it for 12 hours, or 8 to 12 hours. Was that heaps enough butter?
But I was hungry.
Yeah, so she pulled it off. Let me just wash my hands. You ate it anyway, didn't you? Yeah. Anyway. No, Winston, this is not for you. Okay, so I've just got 1 onion here that we're just going to fry off. And I'll add some garlic.
I love the smell of onion.
Oh, me too, and the garlic. Yeah. Just got some minced garlic, or you can use fresh garlic. We'll do a couple of teaspoons, Mel.
Yeah, we like garlic.
We do, we love garlic. We've got 2 carrots here that we've just chopped and peeled. So we'll throw them in there as well. We're just going to saute them, aren't we?
Saute them.
Saute them on. Now the other ingredients we're using is brown sugar. So we're going to have 2 tablespoons of that. We've got some thyme, so maybe 2 teaspoons. You could use fresh thyme too, but I just had that in the cupboard. Some tomato paste, salt, bay leaves, and we've got some beef stock here. I'm just going to get rid of this. Oh God, that smells so good. I'm pretty fucking excited about these chicken,
Popcorn chicken.
Yeah, they're going to be delicious, aren't they?
Yeah.
Gee, I love the slow cooker, hey. Like, it really is the best, cheapest.
Put it in, walk away.
You could probably get one of them for $30, $20, $30 from Kmart, hey.
Yeah. Aldi has them sometimes.
Yeah, really?
I love Aldi.
Oh, it's really good, isn't it? You really get some good bargains at old Aldi.
I love a bargain.
Oh, we love a bargain. This would be really good. You could serve this with mashed potato. I think it would probably be really, really nice. Really good in winter. You could add some red wine too if you wanted. I just don't have any red wine here. And that will just cook off, but you don't have to obviously add that. Maybe some mushrooms would be nice too. Yeah. This is, I think, just a really good base recipe that anyone can do and anyone can use. So we're basically going to brown that off, and then we're going to pop that in the slow cooker, and then we're going to just do this, brown these off, and then put them in. And then we're just going to put all the other ingredients in, mix it up, and put it on the slow cooker. Now, you probably need to cook this for quite a while. I just probably leave it overnight, so a good 8 hours, and then on a low heat, of course, and then it'll just be nice and tender and it'll fall off. And it's a relatively lean cut, see? I mean, it has got some fat in there, but it's not that fatty. Like this one's pretty good. It's been trimmed up, which is good. It's just got a lot of...
That would add flavour though.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. How's that going, Mel?
Yeah.
It's good? Yeah.
Smelling good. I do love onions. Makes my farts really stinky though.
Yeah, if I have too much onion, it makes me a bit gassy too. Do you think that's enough?
I reckon.
Yeah, all right. So
It's going to cook. It's going to soften a little
yeah, I'll run around and grab the so you can reach it.
Oh, it's making my eyes water.
There you go. Pop that in. Now we're just going to braise these beef cheeks, or just brown them, I should say. Do you reckon we can fit 2?
No.
Yeah, she'll be right. She'll be.
She asks me questions all the time. Like, she never asks
I just want you.
for the answer though.
I just want you to say yes.
Yes,
Now,
darling.
while you're browning them, just let them brown off. I'm going to add in so 2 tablespoons of brown sugar.
Well, this is cute.
Yeah, a little tomato paste. 1, 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Thyme.
Yeah, I'll put this. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste.
A little bay leaf.
Little bay leaf jar. Oh. A couple of bay leaves. That'd be nice. Oh, they
Salt.
smell good. Oh, yeah, you do the salt. I'll do this. Oh, that's love time. What do you think? About 2 teaspoons?
Look, I don't know anything about thyme.
We'll say 2 teaspoons.
Lots of salt.
A bit more, a bit more.
More salt.
More salt, we love salt.
Salt's great.
And then 2 cups of beef stock.
So we just cook these until they're brown on each side?
Yeah, we just brown them till they're not, yeah, both sides. So let's pour that in.
Let me see how brown it is, huh?
I'll just borrow this. I'll just mix that, or it smells good, hey? We'll just mix
Could
this
you
up.
do this without browning it on each side though?
Oh yeah, you could, like if you were trying to cut out a step, you could, yeah. I just think it makes it a little bit more flavoursome. But of course, like if you could be fucked, just mix all this in the bottom. You wouldn't even need to brown the onions or the carrot. Just chop it all up, put it all. If you're in a rush, it'll still be amazing. And yeah, cook it, it'll be fine. And if you want it to be a little bit thicker, you could add a bit more tomato paste. Like say if it's a little bit runny at the end, you could thicken it up. Yeah, yeah. And you could either like pull it apart at the end and then pour the juices back over, or just pull it out and slice it up. Like you totally don't even, you can just tip the juices away if you didn't want to, if you wanted to. No, that smells so good. This will be so good for winter too.
Popcorn chicken
Well,
for lunch.
I don't know if it'll be done by dinner. I don't think it'll be quite.
You can
yeah, I
put
think-
this in the freezer for me for when I
Yeah,
house sit next
yeah. We're going to Melbourne next week, so Mel's gonna
Winston and I are going to have a
have a
party.
party.
We tend to play up a little when they're not here.
She sent us all these photos of them on the beds and
I pick him up, put him on the desk. Craig's like, what's he doing up on
gets
the
the
desk?
dildos out and bloody.
You can't say that!
You can't say that on TV. It's just a dildo doll. Sure, everyone's got one.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's hilarious. How are we going?
I reckon.
You think we're good?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
so-
you would need any more than that, would
All right. Nah, should be right. Okay.
Righto.
Righto now. So we're just going to place them in the mixture. Oh, that's perfect.
Just even that smells nice.
You might even want to, because the liquid doesn't fully cover it, you could like halfway, I think it should be fine, but you could even halfway just turn them over. But look, I don't think that you would probably need to do that, hey. I think it'd be fine. So we're just going to put that on low heat. Yeah, 8 hours, 8 to 12 hours until it's just really nice and tender and falls apart. And yeah, you can freeze it or you could keep it in the fridge. It probably lasts 4 or 5 days, I'd say, in the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah,
Fucking
beef cheek.
easy beef cheeks out of our advanced recipe book. Not so advanced.
Not so advanced.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.